Greetings from a new place. I think this is the first time I've made a video from my new home here in Grass Valley, California. And hopefully we'll be able to get this done. You can see a little bit of my background. If you could look out the window that's directly behind me, you would see tops of trees or mountains in the distance or hills in the distance, maybe not mountains. But it's really lovely, and the weather outside is great. It's very cool, probably in the 60s, and the sun is shining, and there's a nice little breeze out there as well. So with that said, I guess we better get on to things that need to be taken care of. And this is the introduction for Module 10. Module 10 will deal with religion. And this is an interesting module as well, because we think of religion, well, we know there's a separation of church and state, and there needs to be that separation, but religion does come to have subtle ways in which it affects us in education and in the schools. I've included in this module some looks at the 5 largest world religions. That's just really for background knowledge, and I really like you to explore those. And then the major one that you're going to explore is Islam. I think that, Islam has become pretty important in our world today, and we really need to understand it and the religion itself, and the Muslims a little bit more maybe, and we may have gotten a different picture of them because of our involvement in their world or involvement in different activities that we've been involved in lately. I've included an article, a couple articles in there. There's some videos. The other religion that I'm including is the Jehovah's Witnesses. And Jehovah's Witnesses will have an effect on your classroom if you happen to get one. And they plan for it. They will hand you the little pamphlet, and you'll have everything there that you ever needed to know about what you needed to do to ensure the education of their child. The objectives for Module 10 are to describe how religion can exert influence upon the educational experience. And the second one is understand more about some of the major religions of the world. And that's really what we're going to get into. You have your general assignments again, and I'm not putting dates on those, but they're in your assignment list. They have the dates on them. You're going to check your prior knowledge on this topic. Again, what do you know about different religions, and how do you feel on that? You're going to use a 3-to-1 graphic organizer to explore Islam. And I like that organizer. I think it's easy to do, and yet I get a good picture as to whether or not you really watched all 3 videos. And then you're going to reflect on the other videos, the ones on Jehovah's Witnesses, using that lesson in the 3-to-1 format again. I'm going to make a comment on that because I went back and did some work on some of the grades. And if there are 2 assignments in a lesson, 2 discussion, like there are in this one, you need to do both of them because the grade becomes an average of those 2. If there are more than 2, you still need to do all 3 of them. For example, in Module 4, we had one that had 3 discussions, and some people got 100% on 2, but they still have a 67%. So I want to encourage you that make sure you do all the assignments because it is reflective. And the grade book is set up to take an average as opposed to taking just a simple grade. The pre and posts are done the same way. If you do a pre and not a post, it'll show up with a 50%. So just want to say that because I reviewed those grades today and it came up in a couple of things. Assignment 4 has to do with the case studies on religion. And there are chapter 6 in your textbook, and we're going to do 19, 20, 21, or 22. And then your final reflection on the topic of religion. What will you need to remember about diversity, about this diversity in your classroom? What do you have to do, and what can't you do? All assignments are supposed to be due on Sunday at midnight. Notice I didn't put a date in there. And I just want to give you a heads up. I have made comments about some people not finishing their first set of observations. Next week will be a week for no actual lesson, but you'll have your observations to get done. They will be due on the Sunday following. So I just want to know that you've got time, and those same 5 things are due: the log, the 3 templates, and the compare and contrast. And I'm happy to see them all in. I'm happy to see all of the first ones in as well. New module will be coming up. I see a typo that I have to go back and fix on this sheet. It'll be coming up on next Saturday. Well, no, it won't. It'll be coming up on November. I did it. It'll be coming up again in 2 weeks. So next week you have off. The following week you will have a module. I can never do one without making a mistake. It's just not possible. So I wish you enjoyment, and may you expand your background knowledge even a little bit more. We're getting closer to the end. There's really only one major topic left to do, and that's going to be a history lesson, and that's in Module 11. And I just think it's necessary that we understand and know some of the past history of the United States, and that has affected different cultures. And so that's what we'll be working on in that. After that, we'll be going into a new publication, or not, it's not a new publication, but we'll be going into some new sites and resources and looking into how it's all working out there today. It's using diversity with education, or education with diversity in mind, and how we'll begin to put this all together to make it part of who and what we are as teachers. Enjoy, and I will look forward to your posts.